What's up, guys? Welcome back once again to It's the Alignment for Me podcast. My name's Briana. My sun is Pisces, my moon is in Virgo, and my rising is Aries.
Hello everyone, I'm Jenny. My sun is in Aries, moon is in Taurus, and rising is Leo.
Yes, and I am Lolita. I am an Aquarius sun, a Capricorn moon, and a Virgo rising.
Nice.
Yes.
Alright, so Lola, do we know the alignments for
Yes.
today?
So we kind of mentioned these last week, but they're so important that I'm just going to go ahead and say them again. We have on the 14th of this month, there's going to be a solar eclipse. All right. And then also on the 21st of December, we've got the great conjunction Saturn and Jupiter. That's right. And they're meeting in Aquarius. All right. We've got a 200-year cycle of air. Air is going to be the element that dominates. And so this is why this is such a amazing time to be living in. So these are the things I'm going to mention. We've got other things coming up, but we'll be here next week to talk about the other stuff.
Yes, nice. Today's episode, I think we were going to do the end of cycles going on, letting go of things. If I'm not wrong.
You're right. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I mean, because we had a nice little picnic the other day, and we just kind of started talking, and we started realizing that it seems like everyone that we talk to or that we know is going through like an ending of some kind, right?
It's a trend.
Yeah.
It's literally
For sure.
everyone. Okay, not everyone.
And so many people
Yeah.
though, right?
Yeah. It's if it's not an ending of something, it's an ending of another thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I see a lot of relationship stuff going on right now. A lot of like letting go of partnerships or friendships that aren't working for people, mindsets, ideas. So yeah, all over the spectrum. But the main theme is endings, or new beginnings, transitions, something like that, I would say. So yeah.
Do you want to
This was juicy.
Yeah. We did a little bit on the live stuff. We had like a little live stream last week when we were having a picnic, and we're like, wow, yeah, this is really, it's crazy. But I think for me personally, what a crazy year. I mean, it's just been, I feel like, just crazy energy since the summer started, and all kinds of endings. I mean, really, literally, like, relationship wise, also, like, I think with everything going on with the pandemic too and stuff, it caused things to change in a way. A lot of people are unemployed or lost their jobs and stuff. I got a new job, so definitely ending of old cycles. But it was just, for me, it was like really difficult, like almost in denial about the situations going on. Does anybody feel the same?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like for me, it's funny because like for me, I'm really stubborn, so I'll know something, but I won't act on it, or I won't be like. I'll be like, oh, it's okay, like, I'll make it work. But I know deep down, like, no, girl, that's not gonna work out. Like, you gotta let it go, or you gotta, like, this isn't good for you. This isn't, like, it doesn't feel right, So whenever, like, something doesn't feel right, or whenever something is, like, forcing itself, I know that it's not for me. So this year, like, I was in this like on and off thing with this guy, and like we weren't official till like a year after we like were like talking or whatever. And then once we were official, it was like nothing had changed, and I thought that it would, because like I don't know, I thought it would he would act different. I don't know. And that just goes to show, like, just believe people when they show you who they are. Like, don't try to fantasize or make up a person in your head that's not them, because that's just going to end up getting you hurt in the end. But I knew that wasn't right from the beginning, and I forced it to become a relationship, and it didn't work out. So
I think that's a like hard part, like committing to what you know. So like like this isn't right for you, or you don't like it, but you're like, I don't know. I don't know if it's scared, something about it. You're just not willing to make the right changes, or like it's been difficult putting an end to these cycles that you know have to end.
Yeah.
But you just won't commit.
I think it's just habits. Like, we're taught to not listen to ourselves. We're taught to listen to everything else but ourselves. That's why, like, we can never commit to things, because it's like, well, I can always do this or that or that. But, like, deep down, I know that, like, deep down, I feel like people know whether something is for them or whether it's not. And maybe it'll take a little time, and, like, in the end, things will show themselves for what they are, you know.
Feels like we can only like sweep stuff under the carpet or be in denial about something for so long. Like, it feels like maybe this year for a lot of people, they've had to face all the things that they've been kind of like, no, maybe it will work, or maybe this is for me and I'm just being this or that. Like, but they've actually had to look it in the eyes and like now have to be honest, like 100% honest with themselves, because moving forward, this isn't just like a new beginning that, like, you know, it's a New Year's resolution or something that everyone breaks. This is actually, the pressure is on because there's a whole new cycle. This is like a extreme shift, and we all feel it. And the ones who are still in denial about it, I think they're the ones having the hardest time moving forward and choosing what's right for them. Because it's been difficult. Everything that this year has brought to the surface for me has been difficult to deal with. Even now, I'm dealing with a transition in a relationship. You know, I've been in a really long-term relationship for a while now. And, you know, some information has come to the surface, and it was only, you know, it was inevitable, especially this year. Came to the surface, and I've had to deal with it now. And so I'm in an in-between state where I'm not necessarily sure whether it's right for me or not now, right? And I'm in the in-between because I haven't chosen, yes, this is going to work, or no, it's time to let go. And so that's kind of where I'm at in my relationship right now, like romantic relationship. And it's hard because there's no solid yes or no yet, you know. I can't tell if it's because I'm not like, because I'm being stubborn, or because I'm being not allowing things to like just flow and happen the way they ought to, or I'm in the in-between place where, you know, that's being decided, that's being figured out, because, you know, sometimes there are those waiting spaces, and I feel like that's where I'm at. It's kind of frustrating, to be honest.
Yeah, I bet. That's crazy. Yeah. Dang.
But yeah, like Lola was saying, I think this year, like, things that we've been putting off, it's like this year was like, no, you're gonna deal with that shit now, you know. And I feel like there's a lot of this year put out like a lot of, you're gonna unlearn old habits and things that maybe we grew up doing because it's just the societal way, but it's like a year to truly accept and put out your true self. I really feel like that's what I have to learn this year and what I have to do, and it's hard.
Yeah, I think you put that really good, because now that I think about it, I've realized that perhaps, like you said, society has kind of guided us in what relationships should look like. And because of that, we've kind of blindly followed and decided, okay, when I'm in a relationship, it's going to go this way, and this way. And I think for me personally, the universe has shaken up my foundation and been and tore that shit down for me to rebuild a love that is uniquely what I want. Exactly. Instead of going with what society says the relationship should look like.
That's the thing too. Like, I feel like that too. Like, I always think it's gonna be something. But if people don't have certain qualities or don't understand me in certain ways, it's never gonna work out the way that I want it to. You know, like, I feel like we've been conditioned to think a relationship is a certain thing that we don't think we can get what we uniquely want, if that makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
But we can. You know, we can get whatever we want as long as we are aligned and in the right frequency and, like, attracting what we are. So we have to make sure that, like, we're working on ourselves all the time so that we're attracting the right things.
Yeah.
Right.
People.
And being our true self, I definitely feel like that's what's happening right now, and I'm just trying to embrace it all, and if I do, I think things will just fall into place, because obviously you're going to have somebody that's truly accepting of all of you. Mm-hmm. And so regardless of all the chaos and how stressful it might be at the end, I really think it's a good thing. Like, we're really evolving and unlearning these old habits that they don't benefit us.
Yeah, they don't serve us anymore.
Yeah. So what no longer works, I think, is falling off of you. And even though these transitions are scary and earth-shattering, and it feels like your foundation is gone and like you've been either betrayed or you've messed up until this point, that's not necessarily what's happening. What's happening is that you are vibrating at a frequency that no longer is working for the collective. That means in order to rebuild a new definition of love, a new definition of friendship, a new definition of success, even, because we think success is something, because these things have all been defined by society. But now things are falling apart in society, okay? Because we're starting to see the honest truth. We're starting to vibrate at our own unique frequency. And when you start to vibrate at a frequency and the things around you no longer match that frequency, they literally fall off. Like, you can't even see each other at this point. And so, yeah, like, keep being authentically yourself, and the things that come with you, they're meant to be there, you know? And it's okay to redefine love. It's okay to redefine success. You know, for some people, success is working for that major company and having a position there. For others, it's creating their own business or freaking living in a cottage somewhere in the woods and not dealing with society. So everyone's definition of success is their own, and it's okay for that to happen. There is no pressure. Just be you. Mm-hmm. I think that's the solution, and that's why we're being pushed so hard.
Yeah, it's definitely a time to even just redefine yourself.
And things might be falling off so much that, like, you feel like you don't know who you are anymore. But that's good, because then you can create who you want to be, you know? Because I've heard that a lot, that people are like, I don't know what to do, like, all these things I'm being aware of, like, they're not me anymore. So then, like, who am I really, like, if all these things are, like, not, I don't believe in them anymore, or I don't see the way I used to.
But then even if you don't know, but you're aware, you're rebuilding from, like, a pure foundation.
Right.
And so you're really going to be true to yourself.
Yeah. It's true.
Wow, putting it this way, it, like...
Makes sense.
Yeah, it really makes sense, but it's also, like, wow, how I'm hopeful, you know? Like, this is a good thing. Because sometimes it's hard to see it that way when you're, like, in it, you know? And it's stressful and...
Yeah.
and you're crying or you're like, I don't know what to do or whatever, but really thinking about it like this is like empowering.
Yeah. It's funny. Yesterday, I hung out with this friend that I met at the gym. His name's Luis. And it's crazy because the other day I was talking to Lola. I forgot. It was when it was just us two. I think we were on our way to Fatima's. And she said, how did you meet him? And I said, oh, at the gym. And then she was like, oh, doing something that you love. And I was like, whoa. Like, it hit me when you said that. I was like, that's crazy.
And that's why I asked.
Yeah.
Because, sometimes, okay, let's say we have mutual friends with some really good friend of ours, and they introduce you to someone. Mm-hmm. And you start talking, and it's so easy to fall into like a relationship with someone because you kind of have some things in common. But you have to pay attention to how you meet people. Yeah. Me personally, I love going to coffee shops. I love being at the park or out in nature doing hikes. I love, going to the gym and working out. So if I'm meeting someone in that element, it's more likely that we're resonating at a similar frequency and that you attract what you love. Okay? And I think there's a paradigm shift. We're no longer finding the one for us or finding the thing for us. We're attracting it. So you have to be that thing, and you have to be the best you to attract the things that are for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Gotta attract.
Don't chase people. I've been there, done that a million times.
That's a good way to put it. I never really thought about it. Like, sometimes you have these mutual friends and they introduce you to these people, but really they have nothing to do with you. They're your friend's friend,
They're just there.
It might just be smarter to be friends, Because, it's not like, it's different than when you meet someone that is because they were in the same environment that you love.
Right.
Then there's more in common.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so true, man. I never thought about it like that.
And it's crazy because I did meet the guy that I broke up with, or that things ended with. I met him through a mutual friend, so it was just kind of like, huh.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
True.
And we had both gone through a breakup. It hadn't even been like a full year for both of us, right? So I think we were both on that frequency of like, I don't want to be alone right now, or we're hurt and we want to.
We have so much in common. Yeah. No, we don't. Yeah. Not all the time. But I mean, these are lessons, bro. They're lessons. If they're not lessons, they're blessings. Either way, they're blessings. But you know what I'm saying. Yeah. It's all for a reason.
Yeah, you gotta remember that at the end of the day. It all happens for a reason. For your higher self to better yourself.
Yeah.
Wow, deep, guys. We went deep. This was
we were kind of. This one was. I feel the energy in the room, y'all. We a little tired. We're a little tired of all these things we're dealing with, but that doesn't mean we're not optimistic for the future. Mm-hmm. It's just work sometimes.
All good in the hood.
Yeah. How do we feel? What are we gonna do? We gonna end it soon, or?
Well, how much time has gone by? I feel like 20 minutes.
Probably so, 15, 20.
Yeah, I mean, it's up to you guys.
Let's see, any last words? What has been going on? Any trends right now? Like, drained? Have you guys been feeling drained?
I was just telling Lola that I've been so tired. I was really tired yesterday and today.
Me too, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, I got home and I passed out yesterday.
I've been like that too.
Passed out.
That's crazy, man. I think there's just like a lot going on right now, but it's gonna be good. It's all gonna be worth it.
I think when like we feel drained, it's better to not be around draining energy like kind of like not solitude, but like be around good energy, you know, or be like alone for a little bit, because it helps me for sure. Like
Same.
I know, like yesterday I had dealt with this energy at work, and that's when I felt drained. After I was like, oh my god, I feel like it was weird. I was like, I feel so tired. Like I was falling asleep at work, and I was like, what the hell? I was fine a couple minutes ago, and this person came and they took all my energy, and then I came home and I passed out.
True, man. What about you, love?
Same. I'm a little tired, especially today. Today was a little emotionally draining for me. Okay, so I've had to try to like just pull myself back to my center, you know, because I'm not an extremely emotional person. To be honest, I'm more logical than I am emotional. And so when I'm starting to build a better relationship with my emotions and learning that it's okay to express them, it doesn't mean I'm weak. It doesn't mean, you know, like I'm crazy or anything, you know. Yeah. But yeah, I've been expressing myself more. And today I expressed myself and it was draining. But I'm like you. I love my solitude. Yeah. I love being alone in my room, processing what's going on with myself, enjoying myself, learning, reading, playing with my tarot cards. That space is sacred to me, and that has been pulling me through this year, let me tell you.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think I really need that. Like, I need to take a little break, a little moment for myself, because I like that too. I don't give it to myself enough, but yeah, I like got mad earlier. I was on the phone and I was talking with Nick, and he's like, I was telling him how I was kind of annoyed that he called me, because I was like, I don't have time for this, you know, I gotta do this and I gotta do that, and you're calling me, and I gotta be nice, and I gotta sit with you on the phone and talk to you for like an hour, and I'm like, I can't do that. And so he's like, you know, he noticed that he picked up that energy, and then he's like, you know, you should like go on a run. And then I was like, you know how long it's been since I've run already? So it was just like, I was like, damn, like I'm really like pissy right now, like. And I haven't, like, I thought about it, I was like, I haven't done any of that. Like I usually like wake up and like do yoga and stuff, and then like on my days off or when I have more time, I go for a run, which is what I really like to do, to like de-stress. And I was like, I got mad when I thought about it, and I was like, I haven't had the time to do that, like. Yeah. So I'm like, I really gotta make time.
Yeah. It's important.
It
is.
For sure. So find some time for yourselves.
Yeah.
Love yourselves, because I feel like it's definitely a draining moment right now.
Yes, for sure.
I'm gonna try to do that for myself too. Take my own advice.
And be aware of what's going on in here, you know?
Yeah, don't run from it.
Yeah, we're all going through this.
Yeah. Everyone is going through something right now.
In some type of way, I feel like we're all going through like a similar experience. So I think be there for each other.
Yeah.
We're all really similar.
We're all one.
We're all one, yeah. For sure.
I'm gonna check that just because I'd be paranoid nowadays. We still recording.
You sound like, what's her face?
Who?
It reminds me of Miscontinuology?
Yeah.
When she's like,
Is that a movie?
Yeah.
Oh.
With Sandra Bullock.
I forgot what part.
I suck at
you know?
knowing movies.
I know the one, yeah.
Alright guys, that's it for today's episode. We hope that you guys are able to relate or resonate. Comment down below if you guys are going through anything similar.
Yes, and we'll talk about it. The nitty gritty.
Bye bye.